Welcome back, guys, to another Call of Duty commentary. And in today's game, like I said, is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, this time around, I'm explaining what the gameplay will be for Call of Duty Advanced War, which I know a lot of you have already seen, and some of you are still new to the whole Call of Duty series. Some of you are not, some of you are. So let's go with the fact that some of you aren't. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is being developed by Sledgehammer Games for PS4 and Xbox One, but they also announced that they will not be developing Advanced Warfare for PS3 and 360, which they also passed it off to High Moon Studios, which is developing the game for it. And the Raven software is what is used for its multiplayer. Square Enix is also developing the game for Japan in an English sub version. Now, on to the gameplay. Advanced Warfare is like the other Call of Duty titles, but it's presented in first-person shooter perspective. However, the game features several changes. Unlike the other installments, Advanced Warfare does not use traditional heads-up display. Instead, all information is relayed to the player via holographic projections from the weapon equipped. The general gunplay remains unchanged apart from the new mechanics. For example, certain guns will be able to recharge slowly, allowing the player to take cover and stay there for a certain period of time to gain ammo for their weapon. The player can also switch different types of grenades, whilst holding one with the shoulder button. It includes frag, stun, EMP, smart threat, etc. Now, on to the plot of the story. In the year 2054, a terrorist organization known as Kiva initiates the first global terrorist attack in history by simultaneously destroying the nuclear reactors of developed countries around the globe, including the United States. Across 5 continents, many countries, military, and government infrastructure, including the electricity and technology, were devastated and incapable of fighting the threat posed by the KVA. As a result, the private military corporations, PMCs, have become the dominant armed forces for countless nations and represent the first line of defense against the new enemy. Jack Mitchell, who we know is played by Troy Baker, who you know from the infamous Second Son video game, who played Delsin Rowe. A former U.S. Marine who lost his arm during the first Battle of Seoul, joins the Atlas Corporation, the world's most powerful private military company with the most advanced technologies on the planet, executing the clan-side operations across the globe for the highest bidder. Jonathan Irons, who is played by Kevin Spacey, is the CEO and founder of Atlas, who begins his war over the effectiveness from the United States and as the promoter of democracy all over the world to change the global balance of power. So, basically, the whole point of Call of Duty is that Atlas is the largest independent corporation that other countries rely on to take care of this terrorist organization. Although the game is for, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360, like I said earlier, only Sledgehammer are developing the game on X1 and PS4. Now, they also are passing it off, like I said earlier, to High Moon Studios for 360 and PS3. And in Japan, the release publishing is for Square Enix, which they are also developing the game for English sub version. And this will also be the first game in the main series which will not see a release on a Nintendo platform since Call of Duty Advanced Modern Warfare 2. Okay, now that we're back on that one, we just saw a little more gameplay of the game. So technically, the whole multiplayer is pretty much fast-paced, and at the same time, it's a little bit kind of like Titanfall in a sense of the matter, because the studios do have combination workers. So somebody who works with Activision could have helped Respawn Industry, and just like with the matter of fact, let me take back what I said. The gameplay is similar to Titanfall due to the fact that some people who were fired from the Call of Duty series are now with Respawn. So yeah, as we can see in the multiplayer action is pretty high paced, you know, focusing on nearly every target. And as I explained with most of the gameplay, it is actually more, how should I say this, more repetitive than it, you know how in some Call of Duty games it lags a little bit, something like that. But yeah, the whole point of the matter is that the game itself is beautiful. It is proving to be one of Call of Duty's best and highest successful games of the series. But like I said, gamers, things are always ready for change. I myself am always willing to accept the fact Call of Duty will continue a brand new series. But now on to a much bigger scenario that caught my attention during its development. Before being switched to becoming co-developers with COD Modern Warfare 3, Sledgehammer Games was already working on a Call of Duty game. The game was announced before Modern Warfare 3 and after Black Ops. However, no details were released at that time. The game was said to be an action-adventure third-person shooter, computer/video game. A Call of Duty MMO online game was also rumored to be in development. Activision Publishing CEO Eric Harrisburg stated that Modern Warfare 3 was not the same title as Sledgehammer Games' action-adventure Call of Duty game. When asked if the action-adventure game was also in development, Harrisburg then stated that the Sledgehammer team was fully focused on Modern Warfare 3 and that their own title had been put on hold. A new game in the Call of Duty series was announced to be released in November 2014. In an Edge magazine interview, Michael Cordrake confirmed the engine has been built from scratch. He stated that although there are lines of odd code left, there is new rendering, animation, and physics and audio systems. This is the first Call of Duty game since COD 2 that is using a new engine. Call of Duty Ghosts was said to have a new engine, however, it turned out to be an upgraded version of the IW engine. It is currently unknown what was the name of Advanced Warfare engine is. So partially from the time that it was announced 3 years ago, the game had no title and no information about it. But just like they announced earlier this year, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is proving to be a expansive video game, and its sales are expected to jump to the millions. That's all I got to say for this commentary, game players. Subscribe, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.